This is awesome. Now this is what we call, we had a country song. I said, I'm gonna go party with the blacktop ends. Because a lot of blacktop, but we need a green top too, So we put it in black and white for some green. Okay. But they didn't really know, so we were like, okay, tell you what, this is what we'll do. You come over here. I'm gonna give you. Oh man, the sun is really bright. A little resistance, okay. What can the astronauts tell me about that? Space camp exercise. We're gonna put it in black and white. We need better trainers, Hey, you're doing it, jumping jumps. Okay, you see? Out, in, all at the same time. So like, man, we had that F-14, man. F-14's flying like a crazy man. It's like, and it's going out, compressing the stuff behind it, and then, So it's like, man, somebody get Robin Williams on the phone. I says, all right, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Man, I got a sharp point. But at the same time, if I could do that, man, if I could do that, it's like I'm swimming through the clouds, man. And at the same time, I'm like, man, okay, warp speed, what are we gonna do? Well, we've been working on getting a wall out there, so we needed to give us some resistance and come around, but we need some resistance behind us at the same time. Then to collapse, put some jet engines on it. That's an idea. So we said, okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. Good people remember that. We sent them to the gym for Captain James Kirk. Some Star Trek stuff, and then we mix it in with like maybe some astronaut, International Space Station stuff. We get a Top Gun Navy stuff going. We get those Space Marines, man, with like the Halo forces from Microsoft, man. Look at that, So now we explain science, right? You're like, man, I gotta stretch. I gotta exercise. Back when I was doing the Last Dragon kind of stuff, man, and the Bruce Lee stuff, I'm like, man, why do these people need to do this, man? This is, we don't listen to the instructors, and then the instructors, they stopped instructing, so we gotta call the astronauts, man. So the astronauts are like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Talk to the weather guy, man. Is it good weather to exercise today? He says, I don't know, man. Let me check. Get some teamwork. I gotta adjust my angle. Okay, adjust my angle, a little geometry here. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to get a figure 8. I want to figure it out. Okay, I want to get a figure 8 of a resistance. Now, you see, now the steering wheel on the bike, it won't stay still. It's falling. Now we got an angle, man. Now I'm getting a triangulation. Okay, look, Mom, no hands. Okay, no hands. Now I'll move the back of the bike. I wish you guys could see this, man. I gotta give me a tripod, okay? Look. Back of the bike just a few inches. And now, because the wind is blowing from behind me, the wind creates some resistance on the tire, hold on. I'm gonna point that there. Woo! Look at the bike now, man. Shh. Okay, look. So what I gotta do now is I gotta turn. Mega sure. All right, now we're ready. Now we're ready to do some real stuff, man. Okay, now ready? So I want to show you a trick, man. Right now I got butterfly wings, and I know most people don't even know it yet, man. I'm standing in like a wind tunnel, okay? This is a wind tunnel. like God dividing the waters in the Bible, man. Like, what are you talking about? A wind tunnel, man. We're gonna get biblical. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. First, we're gonna walk the line like Johnny Cash, right? And then we're gonna show Johnny Cash how it's done. Johnny Cash, a real good country friend of mine, you know. He said, boy, when you grow up, I try to walk a line, man. You used to walk that line for me. I said, for what, man? I just, got a white here, right here. I got all these handicapped people, man. Handicapped people riding around. What do you mean handicapped? I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about those people who need education. The astronauts, they go up, and the weatherman said, if this heat rises, as heat rises, it's gonna compress. And the NASA guy says, and then the aircraft carrier guys, they're like, no way. Then the Army Corps of Engineer guys are like, no way, no way. So we're like, okay, I tell you what, get you some of them boys on a rocket ship, send them up into space, and while they're floating around on the International Space Station, I want you to call somebody down there on that submarine under the water. You go, get my bat phone out, man. Batman, we need to talk, man. Can you call the president? The president says, all right, I'll talk to the Batman. Batman says, what are we gonna do, man? I says, I don't know, man. They went to the space station, talk to the people under the water, to get the water on top of the dirt, and the dirt to take us some water and give us some stuff. But at the same time, I got the weatherman saying, when heat rises, it compress. I says, what are they talking about? Haven't they ever been in an airplane? I said, I tell you what, we put some people on the International Space Station, they're talking to the submarine guys are talking to the aviation guys, aviation guys are talking to the scientists up in the space lab stuff, and they'll get that signal somehow through all that water and everything to that space submarine, okay? Now, people, it's like, man, then you read the Bible said people like this, do this, and then they get tired and they're like, man, I just give up. And then everything crashed, and nobody knows the science anymore. We're like, man, how do we get these people to remember the science this time so we don't blow each other up? He says, man, we do like some airplane science exercise. And we're like, are you kidding me? This is the weather guy pissed off some of those scientists when he said, heat rises and compresses. And it says, well, what goes up must come down, right? And it says, well, a lot of people, they're in their schools and their colleges, they go, Einstein said, what goes up must come down. So when that stuff rises, it compresses, end of story. And we're like, no, I got something to say about that. And then the scientist guys go, I got something to say about that. Then we go down to the fitness center, right? And like, well, now the fitness people are going to have something to say about that. They're like, are you kidding me? I says, hold on. For example, let me show you. To learn about hydraulics, you know, okay, everybody got it? Okay, to learn about hydraulics, pull, 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 blah, blah. That's an impact. Now what's an impact? You got those Chinese guys, those Japanese guys, those American guys, and they're all teaching their own form of martial arts. Bruce Lee walks out and is like, ooh. Like, hey, we need some understanding of a wavelength, man. When Jackie Chan walk out there, he's like, man, how we do that, man? Everybody like a drunken monkey. You know, loosen up a little bit. Okay? What are you doing? So they say, well, since the guys up there on the International Space Center, and they're going to talk to those guys on the submarines, and they're going to talk to those guys, and then we're going to talk to the airplane guys, right? I'll tell you what. So the guys, they exercise a lot, man. They exercise, man. They're getting ready for a space mission. And then they go, man, when you get some distance on there, and like, Bruce Lee's like, man, hey, it's funny now that I remember, you know, I had amnesia. So I said, I I used to go to my competitions and I'd be like, man, remember Bruce Lee? I'd be like, woo! Me and the other kids, man, we look at each other and we'd be like, woo, wow. Like a Bruce Lee stuff, right? And the instructors are like, what are you talking about? We gotta go, Kia! Kia! What do you mean? Kia! Turn that damn turn and get it up there in the space station. So then the military guys go, I cannot believe he just said that. I said, what are you talking about? Watch this. He said, tell you what, come over here. Whoa! And I'll stretch it this side, man. You know, I'm stretching, okay? Now I'm starting to expand, right? Starting to expand. I'm stretching, right? Now I got some resistance on that, right? Little resistance, and when I come back, spring. So the guy goes, weatherman goes, did you see that? When stuff rises, it straightens up, it compresses. What kind of science were they doing, eh? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a bet. We're gonna say a friendly bet of $1. And then the guy goes, 1 second. He says, I'll tell you what, this is what we're gonna do today. Now we're gonna exercise, get all our guys together and do all this stuff. And we're gonna call them Space Marines. Space Marines, you see Microsoft, man? Microsoft Network, MSN, butterfly stuff, pay attention. So like, man, so we'll get them an exercise without stretching too on top of that. So we got Article A, Article B. That's like two sides of a space wing, you know? So like I tell you what, one side's gonna exercise, and they're gonna stretch just a little bit. Okay, a little bit. All right, now we go over here. We're gonna stretch a lot. Then we're gonna take both of them and take those two parties, send them up into space, okay? You know, when we were up there in space, we were expanded, man. Lack of gravity, you know, just it looked like some X-Men stuff, man. We're like, then they come back down here and they go, like some Star Trek gravity boots. You guys remember Star Trek? Anybody remember Star Trek, the gravity boots? These guys are moonwalking on the planet with reverse gravity. You know what I mean? Now we get to the Addams family. Addams family, man. You guys remember Cortez? Hey, Cortez. Okay, Cort. Essay, man, essay. We're like, okay, I tell you what. Hey, Forrest, run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. All right, now we're gonna get the monsters. Everybody got it? I said, man, what do we do? I said, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Now we'll go. Mr. Miyagi drums, man. Feel the wind resistance? Well, most people do it like this, man, trying to make an airplane wing, and they don't understand it. So you get your hands up like this. Like, okay, I got that. Now, those astronauts are up there in space, and they're stretching. But they're stretching without stretching. Why? Lack of gravity. Oh, man. You start to understand? Okay, here we go. You ready? And we're like, what else we got? They put the little electrodes on them. Okay? Problem is, less resistance. Huh? Less resistance. Now, body's pulling apart. making a lot of gaps. Put the electrodes on there. Okay, you ready for this? So that's fantastic for Mr. Rubber Man. Okay. Then they come back down and it's like, you're like, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm like, okay, I tell you what we're gonna do. We gotta have hydraulics and it's building up muscle mass. So what they do is, all right, that's good. We got the belt of truth. The belt of truth, little resistance on the torso. You mean I got an EVA spacewalking suit? And then I got an exercise suit? You got some veins, you got the knee braces, right? I got some hydraulic tubes with some resistance. Maybe I'll hook a rubber band to get some extra, man. Like Bowflex, Chuck Norris kind of stuff, man. You gotta help those astronauts out, man. You know what I mean? And I can tell you what, we'll stretch before we go up there. You know, and then when we go up there, or we exercise, stretching the muscles, better muscle mass, build up a little more. Then they go, we make us super soldiers. Oh man, I don't know about that because you know if they don't do the stuff they're supposed to do and flying around, we're not gonna be healthy. We're not gonna be flying planes. The Earth's still falling apart. How do we fix that too at the same time? That's the kind of tell you. Go up here. Some of those astronauts, man, they get down here and they're like, you know, like Hancock, the movie, man. Hey, oh, I'm busting up the concrete and everything. Why? Well, I landed in a space shuttle. I thought was gonna be good to go, man, but the engineering was off, and it just said. Now remember, on top of that, that landing has got to be right, you know, because my muscles and my matter and all the stuff inside me have been stretching for like how long we've been in space, man. I don't know. God, I hope that landing's gonna go good, man, because man, I got a lot of exercise, man. I exercise to go up, I exercise to go down. I said, man, if I could just get the in-between right, man. So he says, I'll tell you. So Hancock come out and says, I got it, man. Like, what are you talking about, man? Did you talk to Captain Kirk or Superman? No, man, they didn't do that. Okay, I'll tell you what. I got the Men in Black over here. I'm gonna come over here. Okay? Now this is what I used to do, man. And people always forget about it, man. Like I go out here, and they're like, man, why am I so sore? Oh, I just went in the door, man. Hold on. We got a space jockeys, man. Ready? So we made a space jockeys so we could do some education, huh? And this is well, we got all these personal trainers, man. What are we gonna do with the personal trainers? We're gonna retrain the personal trainers. So we said, tell you what, guys ever been to tuck-in school? This is, man, step out front, lower a little bit. Feel that, man? You know? What is it? Work it out a little bit while I'm stretching, man. This is all, man. So I tell you what, I remember that, man. Astronaut goes up, stretching a little bit, you know. Particles of radiation, man. So all their bones and stuff are getting radiated, man. And this is the messed up part, man. So they come down, they have these radiated kids, man. You know, these space alien kids, man. I'm like, man, how are we gonna fix that? I said, I'll tell you how. We're gonna do some radiation research. He says, no, that's a bad idea. Let me tell you why. You go up there, all this stuff, come down here and then go. Man, what we got? This is what, you know. This is, man. You guys ever seen that movie Operation Dumbo Drop? You know, they drop that Dumbo and it's like, they got a lot of exercise, man. Forgot to stretch.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, brother?
Alright.
You alright?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, man, we're having space age technology day, man.
Space age?
Space age, man. Like astronomical exercise, man. Yeah. So astronauts, man, they're up there and they're stretching. It's like, man, we got wings up here, man, so we're doing all these stretches, right? Everybody's getting pumped, man. And they forgot, you gotta build muscle mass. Okay?
You got the airport and the gym right here. It's the perfect place.
And I says, man, so I'll tell you what, you stretch, man. They call it Stretch Armstrong. I said, what are you talking about? Those people came down there like a little band. I said, I'll tell you what, a lot of people didn't know about this, you know. So I got a good buddy at the NASA. You know, he's in NASA Communications at NASA. And we did all this martial arts stuff, man. And they said, if I turn the world upside down, you know, that'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
You watch a Bruce Lee?
Yeah, well, Bruce Lee.
It's like, you know, there's like a wavelength coming off the ground right now with heat, man.
Yeah.
So it's less resistance. So I gotta stretch a little bit. And it's like, man, gotta stretch here, man. I was like, man, it's like Stretch Armstrong stuff. I'm like, you know, hold on a minute. You remember Bruce Lee?
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Okay, remember the movie? He turned upside down, right? So that's Bruce Lee is like Jesus Christ right now. He's like Jesus Christ. He's looking down from heaven, and he says, "Man, you remember that kid?" I said, "Tell you what." He was this NASA communications guy, and he says, "I got this special chair like Bruce Lee, and what I want you to do is I want you to sit in the chair, and you're gonna turn upside down like Batman." I says, "You want me to turn upside down like Batman?" Yeah. And while you're upside down like Batman, I want you to focus with your body and your muscle mass. I want you to tighten this muscle or that muscle. I want you to push, and I want you to flip yourself back over, balance just right. Flip yourself back over, be right side up. How the hell you do that? I said, well, first you gotta lean back a little bit, counterbalance yourself, and then I want you to lay flat on this little circular thing, man, and just lay there like you're on the operating table, man. We're doing some alien stuff right now. You see the plane flying above, man?
Yeah.
Quiet, can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Can you hear it?
I can't. It's not.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm like, all right, man. So you're like, so you're balancing on this table, man, and you're like, boom, you turn back upside down. And he goes, hey, man, you remember Ford Motor Company?
Ford.
Yeah, do you know they had that wind-up car to start it?
No, I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
They had a crank, man. You just crank it. It's like, you seen Van Damme? All right, so he says, man, Van Damme had these ropes, man. Oh, man, I'm out of shape, man. Oh, man, gotta get in shape, man. So he said, tell you what, get on this crank. And it's got this chair, man. It just, you know, it stretches your legs for you. You ever heard of one of those,
Yeah,
man?
of course. Yeah, they got them now still.
Yeah, like some martial arts stuff. So it's like, I tell you what, man. Why you sitting there? I said, I tell you what, this is what we'll do, man. When you got your legs stretching, you got like one space in here, right? Then you can go like this. Put it there. And then you put this one right here. Okay, now I got a little bit of an incline, man. So I gotta push here, right? Now when you push here, you're gonna feel it pull here, right? So I'm like, okay. Now why? Now if I'm on the ground, if I'm sitting flat on the ground, I'm not gonna feel that. It's gonna feel it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, why? Because of gravity, man. The gravity of the situation, man. Why? Because now my leg is up higher. There's less oxygen flowing to my leg.
Yep.
And people don't think of that. It's like, hey, I got less oxygen flowing to my leg right now. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna reach up the ground. Maybe I'll get a little incline. Then my heart's pumping a little.
Yeah.
Okay? Right, man, maybe I'll put this leg here. I'm bringing this one back here. I'm pushing this one. This is kind of rough. It's a lot better. Why? I'm going so hard with this one. Why? This is how I really want to see it.
Before you're getting,
I don't feel anything.
I see it.
No.
Well, hey man, it was real nice talking to you. I'm late for an appointment.
All right, brother.
Yeah. You keep killing it, all right?
Yeah, you too, man.
Thank you.
So anyways, so we got these astronauts doing all this physics stuff, man. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. So I want to tell you about the spacesuit, man. You know, there's a guy who's wearing spandex, man, walking around spandex. And I'm like, what are you doing wearing spandex? He says, man, I got a spandex suit with veins and muscles and all this stuff over it, man. And he says, man, what are you doing? He says, I tell you what, this is what your muscles do, man. That's what your muscles do? He says, yeah, man. So what we do, we make a special spacesuit for those lost in space people, okay? And then, you know, not just the people on the surface, but some people up there need help too, you know? That's what they meant when I said, hey, I'll be back, but we're all suffering together, man. We're getting stretched out up here. And when we land, man, God, what are we going to do? It's so heavy, man. We just came back from Mars for the Mars mission, and we could barely walk on Earth. So that's what they were trying to say with that movie, man. So they need special suits designed, man. We need a space camp stuff for that, you know? We need green trees, man. Now check this out. All right, now I'm gonna go back over here. You see, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna say, man, look at the shadow, man. It's almost like a, you know, hey, is that a flagpole, man? Hey, we need to get a flag in there, man, or something, man. So anyways, check it out. So we got the runway. And if God divide the waters a little bit, remember I said the runway inspection? You see the grass growing up? And see a little bit of grass, one on each side? See that? And a little hair here, see the grass? You know? Well, we paved the way. Jesus Christ on the cross, man. You see the crosswalk? To launch that thing. Okay? So he said, man, that's pretty cool. He says, yeah, man. Hey, did you guys get some Florida Extreme Fitness Center, man, or what, man? I said, tell you what. Back up a little bit. You got a butterfly wing here. Got a butterfly wing here. I'm like, hey, you got a 5 and 5, man. And you know, catch on the flip side, catch on the flip side, catch on the flip side, catch on the flip side. Okay, now check this out. Okay, I need you to pay attention. Man, we just did a fire rescue, man. Did you see that?